We have the latest on Ian's wrath. More than 100 people are dead, according to CBS News. More than half the schools in Lee County, where Fort Myers is located, suffered damage.
Several schools are closed until further notice. Meanwhile, Florida's First Lady, Casey DeSantis, joined Florida National Guardsmen and first responders for food and water delivery to residents of Pine Island.
Tonight, officials say rebuilding from Hurricane Ian in some areas could take years.
From the West Coast to South Florida, we have live team coverage for you. But first, let's head over to CBS 4's Christian Benavides with a closer look at recovery efforts from Fort Myers.
Unfortunately, there's been, I think, more fatalities than anybody anticipated.
Nearly a week after Hurricane Ian slammed into Southwest Florida, rescue teams with dogs are still going door to door on Fort Myers Beach, searching for victims.
Until we go through the rubble, until we see exactly what we have, we're not certain who's missing and what those numbers will be.
Many people chose to ride out the storm, despite being told to leave.
Once we leave, we can't get back. I mean, we've lost everything.
This structure, likely someone's home or business, now sits here next to these giant shrimp boats that were brought ashore when Hurricane Ian made landfall, just showing the sheer strength of the storm surge that it brought with it.
Despite the somber moments and scenes of nearly indescribable destruction, cleanup is underway and there is hope.
We are making tremendous progress, folks, and I'm proud to say that in 5 days, give or take, we are coming back on our feet.
The sheriff is urging people to help their neighbors.
It's all hands on deck here, folks. Let's everybody help each other because we're in this together.
Over 400,000 people began the day without electricity in Florida. Officials say they're confident most of the power will be back by Sunday. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Fort Myers Beach, Florida.
And our team coverage now picks up with the first responders from South Florida on the West Coast combing through the devastation from Hurricane Ian.
From search and rescue to delivering essentials like food and water, they are helping any way they can. CBS 4's Ted Scouten joins us live right now from Fort Myers with more on those efforts to help. Ted?
Yeah, Elliot and Lauren, the Miami-Dade County is now helping folks who live here in the hurricane zone in the Fort Myers area of Southwest Florida. Take a look at some video. This is from earlier today. This afternoon, people who need food and water lined up for help. South Florida's Global Empowerment Mission, known as GEM, along with Miami-Dade County and CBS 4's Neighbors for Neighbors, joined forces to help. People in South Florida, as well as businesses, donated what they could to help people here in the hurricane zone. Miami-Dade Mayor Danielle Levine-Cava was here helping distribute the food and water. The mayor says she wants the community to know that South Florida is here to help. She remembers when we were on the receiving end.
So in Surfside, we had the whole world watching, praying, sending aid, and it was so very special and wonderful to know that everyone was holding us in their hands. And that's how it is here today for this community.
All this aid that you see behind me is basically 24 full-size 18-wheelers of Miami supplies that the community of Miami has donated.
So 24 trucks filled with help have come here already. They're planning on a total of 75 for the month of October alone. These distributions go on daily, and GEM is planning more help with other supplies that people may need in the coming days. Now also Airbnb has also joined in. They've given GEM a budget of $5 million to try and get people housed who need housing. GEM says they're going to start with about 100 families to get them in place, get them in homes, and then expand it from there. Live in Fort Myers, Ted Scouten, CBS 4 News.
Ted, thank you. And if you want to help, consider Neighbors for Neighbors, which, as you may know, was founded after Hurricane Andrew. They've teamed up with Global Empowerment Mission. Just text Hurricane Ian to 41444. You can also visit neighborsforneighbors.org/Hurricane Ian.